Hi everyone, you're welcome to Zealot School of Marketing, where we simplify marketing to you to help you grow your business. If you are just starting out in your marketing career, you're already a digital marketing professional, or you're looking to learn a skill, you are in the right place. If you're coming across our channel for the very first time, this is a good time to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and you can also drop a comment for us in the comment section. Also, be sure to share this video if you learned something impactful from it to your friends and family who might be struggling with their marketing either in their jobs or in their businesses. Today we are diving into a simple but very powerful question. What is marketing? And whether you're just getting started or you want a refresher, this video will give you the foundation you need to succeed. By the end of this video, you'll understand the core principles of marketing and how to apply this to any business and then see the wonders you benefit from it. Let's get started. What is marketing? At its core, marketing is about connecting with your audience at the right time and at the right place. It's simply about delivering value, building relationships, and ultimately driving conversion. I'll recap again. At its core, marketing is simply about connecting with your audience at the right time. It's not every time that's the right time to connect with your audience. And even if it's the right time, it has to be your audience, the right audience, the people who can buy whatever it is you sell or you plan to sell in the future. It's simply about delivering value. There is no marketing without value. That is what helps you attract your audience and keep them engaged long enough to actually build a relationship with them and ultimately drive conversion, which we refer to as sales. So for sales to happen, there has to be value. There has to be a relationship that you've nurtured over time. Time can vary depending on what you're selling and the amount of value you have to give and the needs of your customers. Some of your customers or your prospective customers might need it very urgently. So they don't mind, they'll be searching to actually find you to buy from you. While for others, the need will come up later. But your marketing will ensure that they are already in the funnel that you have designed and they will go down right to the bottom of the funnel at the time when that need eventually arises. Don't worry about things like funnel. Just subscribe to this channel. We'll treat that in subsequent videos and break it down, explain it to you like you're 5 so that you understand very well what it means to build and design an effective marketing funnel. For example, I want you to think about brands like Nike and brands like Apple. Their marketing is not just about selling products. That on its own is sales. But their marketing is creating an experience and forming a connection with their audience. So they focus on creating an experience and forming a connection such that their audience, their customers eventually become even brand ambassadors and marketers of the product. For example, if I use an iPhone and I enjoy it so much because of the experience that has been created for me, I'll go around to tell my friends and family how good the iPhone is. I'll campaign for them to switch from Samsung to Apple. What have I done? I have also become a brand ambassador. I have also marketed Apple products. So a very wise and smart company knows that for marketing, they need to build experiences, they need to deliver value, they need to nurture relationships, build connections, and at the end of the day, drive conversion. So I mentioned the marketing funnel a bit earlier, and I'll go ahead to break it down so that you understand what I mean, especially if you are new to marketing. Now, the marketing funnel takes the shape of a funnel actually, and the reason is because at the top of the funnel, which is the wider part of the funnel, a lot of people get in, but then it narrows down and only a few people get to the bottom, which is the sales or the conversion. Now, the funnel simply is the journey that your audience take from when they first discover your brand to when they actually become loyal customers. Mind you, I said become loyal customers, not just when they buy. It doesn't end at just sales. If your marketing ends at just sales, you'll be leaving a lot of money on the table and losing out on a lot of customers who can actually become brand loyalists, just like Apple customers tend to be. There are 4 main stages in this marketing funnel. We have the awareness stage, which is the first stage. We have the interest stage, which is the second stage. We have the desire stage, which is the third stage. And finally, we have the action stage, which is the fourth stage. What is the awareness stage? The awareness stage is simply the point where your audience first becomes aware of your brand, perhaps through a social media ad or a blog post. Anyhow they come across your brand, the most important thing is this is the first time they will interface with your brand. They'll become aware that such a brand exists in the first place. Because as business owners, we tend to think everybody knows about us because I know my business, I know my brand, my family knows my business, my friends know my business. It does not mean the world knows your business. When starting out, you have to realize that you are in oblivion. Nobody knows you yet. So you create your content and your strategies in a way that when people come across you for the very first time, you understand clearly the value that you have to offer them. The next stage is the interest stage. The interest stage is where you can spark curiosity. So because I come across a blog post or a social media ad, does not mean I immediately become curious as to what that brand does. It has to be intentional. So the brand has to create some form of curiosity such that the people who come across your content will want to engage with more of your content. This could mean they'll watch another video, or they'll sign up for your newsletter, or they'll go through your gallery on Instagram. But you have to be intentional. All of these that I'm describing, it's the funnel. Remember, a lot of people come across your ad. Not all of them will get curious, but you have to be able to spark curiosity in your prospective customers. I would explain how you can do this in subsequent videos. So this is also a good place to subscribe if you have not done so already. The next stage, which is the third stage in the marketing funnel, is the desire stage. So now they've seen your product, they've gotten curious. This is the point where you have to build desire. They have to see clearly how your product or service can solve their problem. Remember, everybody who buys any product or any service is only looking for a solution to their problem. So it is in this desire stage that you actually raise their desires. You make them understand clearly how you can solve their problems with your product or your service. And this is where they begin to consider making a purchase. Mind you, I said consider, not actually really make a purchase. The final stage is the action. Now they've decided, and then they go ahead to make a purchase, and then they become your customers. So if you understand these four stages of your funnel, it will be easier for you to hold the hands of your prospective customers and walk them down these four stages and ensure that you don't lose your customers. They actually go ahead to take action and buy from you. It will also help you avoid trying to short circuit the process and make it feel like once you see my ad, you buy from me. A lot of things happen between the awareness and the action, and you have to understand that so that you are properly in charge of that journey and of that process. Let's take Netflix, for example. When you're scrolling on social media, of course, you're there to see your friends and family and their updates. You're there for something entirely different. You see an ad for a new series on your feed. That's awareness. Probably you're not a Netflix subscriber. You don't even have an active subscription. But then when you see that ad, when you see that series, there's a trailer, you get curious and then you click on the link to watch the trailer. It takes you probably to YouTube and then you watch it. That's interest. So the first was awareness. Seeing the ad was awareness. Watching the trailer, being curious enough to watch the trailer, that's interest. And then after seeing some good reviews, because you watch it and you go down to the comment section and you see some really amazing reviews, what do you do next? You subscribe, or you find out how to subscribe, and that's desire. And then finally, complete your subscription and then you binge watch that show, and that is action. And then guess what? You're hooked. And not just hooked, you become a loyal customer as well, because you start to tell your friends and family, have you seen Boys Before Flowers? And then now 100 other people want to watch Gujumpio and Boys Before Flowers, all thanks to you and all thanks to Netflix marketing team as well. Now to wrap it up or sum it up, whichever you might prefer, marketing is simply about understanding your audience. There is no successful marketing here without first understanding your audience. So who are the people whose needs you want to solve, whose pain your products or services solve their pain points or their problem? You do not exist to serve everybody. You cannot even serve everybody. You are no ice cream. And even ice cream has a target audience, right? So it's important to understand your audience. Be clear about what problems you want to solve and the people who have these problems and who are willing to pay for these problems. Because having the problem is one thing, Being willing and ready and able to pay for the problems is another thing. And then once you can clearly define your audience, the next thing to do is to guide them through this funnel. In our next video, we'll talk about how to better understand your audience and what they care about. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss the next one, because trust me, we have a whole lot of goodies where that came from. And also, this is a good time to use the comment section. So if you have any questions, anything that confused you, or anything you need clarification on, go right there in the comment section and drop your comment, ask your question. We look forward to actually answering your question. In fact, we will be doing FAQ videos to answer every single question that will be asked in the comment section below. So what are you waiting for? Have you dropped your question already? See you next time, same place, the Zealoft School of Marketing channel, where we'll dive deeper into how to define and understand your audience. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. See you in our next video.